All right, so let's just finish this problem off. I finished this talking about how this numerator, it is in descending order. It does not have a GCF, so this is my final answer, and you can put it in like this with this kind of denominator, or you can put it in like this with this kind of denominator. It does not matter. Math Excel will accept both. I put it in like this because I don't want to do extra parentheses. It just means a little bit less typing for me. So that's how I go with it. All right, what about this problem? Well, how do I get my x minus 2 to look like this? Well, I'm not sure, so I'm going to put parentheses around my x minus 2. The x squared minus 6x plus 8, well, I'm going to start by trying to factor. So I can get x and x from the positive, from that plus in front of the 8. I know it has to be plus, plus, or minus, minus, and I'm going to do minus, minus, and I'm going to do minus 2, minus 4, check the insides, which gives me negative 2x, check my outsides, which gives me negative 4x, sum that up, gives me a negative 6, so that's all well and good. So that's I'm just going to use that as my denominator. All right. Well, this has an x minus 2, this has an x minus 2, so I don't need to add anything to this guy. But this has an x minus 4, this does not, so I need to add x minus 4 to the top and the bottom. So then I will have 13 over x minus 2 times x minus 4 minus 9x minus 36 over x minus 2, x minus 4. Okay, so let's put it all into one numerator. So I'll have 13 minus 9x plus 36. Okay, don't forget to distribute the negative beyond the first term. Make sure you hit all the terms. And then that's put over x minus 2 and x minus 4. Okay, I'm going to combine like terms, so I'm going to have negative 9x plus 49 over x minus 2 and x minus 4. So what can I factor the numerator? And the answer is no, because what makes 49? Well, it's 7 and 7. What makes 9? 3 and 9. And neither of them have a greatest common factor greater than 1. So you're going to leave it as that. That's your answer. All right, last example. Here we go. Isn't this exciting? Okay, I have to take each of these denominators and start by factoring. They're in descending order. Neither of them have a greatest common factor, so I'm just going to go straight to potting. How do I make that negative? A plus and a minus. What makes 8? 1 and 8, or 2 and 4. And so I want the combination 4 and 2. The insides give me negative or positive 4x. The outsides give me a negative 2x. Sum that up, and that does give me a positive 2x. All right, so that's taken care of. What about this one? Let's look at factoring here. All right, x, I need a plus and a minus. All right, what makes 28? 1 and 28, 2 and 14, 4 and 7. So I'm going to try a positive 4 and a minus 7. Insides give me positive 4x. Outsides give me negative 7x. I sum those up, and it does give me my negative 3x. All right, so those are the denominators I'm working with. All right, so I have an x plus 4. This guy has an x plus 4. And an x plus x minus 2. All right, this has an x plus 4, so I'm okay there, but I don't have my x minus 2. So I need to add it. So I'm going to add x minus 2. And I need to make sure I put parentheses around that whole thing, because the whole thing is getting multiplied by x minus 2. Okay? Now I've got the x plus 4. I have the x minus 2 over here, but I don't have that x minus 7, so I'm going to add x minus 7. And again, put parentheses around this stuff so that you know that you have to multiply everything by that. I'm going to FOIL, so I'm going to get x squared minus 7x plus 5x minus 35 all over x plus 4, x minus 2, and x minus 7. Plus, then I'm going to FOIL up here. So I'm going to have x times x, which gives me x squared. And then x times negative 2, which gives me minus 2x. 9 times x gives me plus 9x minus 18. All over x plus 4, x minus 7, and x minus 2. Okay. And effectively, because this is a plus, I can draw this bar straight across and make this a plus, combine my like terms. So I have x squared plus x squared, which gives me 2x squared. I'm going to cross those off. Then I can do negative 7 plus 5x, which gives me negative 2, minus 2x, which gives me negative 4x, plus 9x, which gives me a positive 5x. Now I have negative 35 minus 18, which will give me minus 53. X plus 4, x minus 7, and x minus 2. And there you would have it. So, and could you imagine foiling these out? I would leave them all in their little pods, leave them in their parentheses, because foiling that denominator out is more likely to cause a mistake than not. So leave it like this. Okay, so with unlike denominators, always ask yourself, what is the other denominator missing that the other one has? So check, figure it out. Also, ask me in class or email me if you have any questions.